ready for our class. And this is our chemistry class. In today's class, what we are going to do is, we are going to revise our last unit what we have completed. What is our first unit? Introduction to chemistry. In that what we have learned, we can revise it fastly. Okay. First topic what we have learned? Introduction to chemistry. In that we have learned what is the definition of chemistry and the applications, daily life in which way we are using chemistry. What is the definition of chemistry? Chemistry is a branch of science concerned with the substances of which matter is composed, the investigation of the properties and reactions, and the use of such reactions to form new substances. So it's a branch of science. We will study about the properties of the chemicals used and the reactions, how it reacts with other chemicals we can study, and after reaction what is the new substance formed. These are all come under the definition of or introduction to chemistry. Then development of chemistry. How chemistry developed? The word chemistry is derived from a word alchemy, which means the art of transmuting matter. Transmuting means changing from one form to another. This alchemy is the root word of chemistry. This alchemy came from a Greek word chemia. Chemia means transmuting metals, art of transmuting metals. From that we got this word. Now, how chemistry developed? In olden days, alchemist is a group of people, they perform some magic. They were trying to get gold, and in that experiment, even though they did not reach their goal, while they are doing or performing many experiments, they got many new substances and they named these substances with some symbols. This is the main thing for the development of chemistry. This alchemists are also called chemist. This chemist is then added with a suffix "ry" and we got the name chemist. This is the development of chemistry. The next topic is application of chemistry in day-to-day life. In day-to-day life, we are using chemistry. How? Morning if we get up, we will brush, there chemistry is there, toothpaste. Then water we use, have chemistry. Then the mobile phones. We are all with smartphones now. Nobody is there in the world without smartphone. The smartphone we use has chemistry. Then soap, detergents, shampoo, and important, the food we eat has chemistry. Then in day-to-day life we are using chemistry, and how? What are the chemical composition or what are the chemicals or how chemistry is used in some fields we have learned, right? What are they? Food in chemistry. Food, its processing and preservation. Then cosmetics has chemistry. Cosmetics such as lipstick, eyeliners, etc. Clothing. The dress we wear has chemistry. Medicines. For example, antiseptics, antipyretics and anesthetics. Like this, medicines have chemistry. And the last application we have learned industry. And one more we have learned defense, right? So, we are going to learn one by one. We can revise one by one. How chemistry is used in food, defense, industry. First one is food and chemistry. The food we eat, the food we consume has chemistry. For example, carbohydrates. Glucose is the main content of carbohydrate and this glucose is a chemistry. What is the formula for glucose? C2H12O6. So, food we consume has chemistry, and chemistry is mainly used in food processing. How it is used in food processing? What is processing of food? Can you remember? Consider we are cultivating wheat in one field. After the wheat crops are grown, we will harvest. After harvesting, we will get wheat, right? But how we are consuming wheat? Yeah, we buy wheat flour from shop and we will make chapati, puri, etc. and we will have. How this wheat is not a powder. It's a food grain. How it is changed into wheat flour? Yeah, it is using some chemical methods. Some chemistry is applied with this. The food grains will be grind and added with some preservatives, etc. and we get as wheat flour. So in food processing, chemistry is used. Then food preservation. What is preservation? To prevent the spoilage of food. To prevent the spoilage of food and delay the decay of food and to prevent or stop the growth of microorganisms in the food, we use some preservatives. For example, sodium benzoate is used in preserving colored fruits and vegetables, and potassium and metabisulfite is used in preserving colorless fruits like lychee and apple. Then glacial acid, acetic acid or vinegar is used in preserving sauces and pickles, and pectin powder is used in preserving jams and jellies. These are some examples of food preservatives. Next, second one is cosmetics. Cosmetics, generally in olden days, mehendi, turmeric powder, like this, people use natural cosmetics. That it prevents the skin from infections and microorganisms, and to make them beautiful, look beautiful, they used like this natural cosmetics. Now what are the things we are using to make ourselves beautiful? Lipstick, eyeliners, powder, etc. These are all not natural. These things are synthetic. pH stabilizers, preservatives, etc. etc. Many cosmetics nowadays we are using. From which these cosmetics are made up of? All these cosmetics have chemicals. All the cosmetics we use like lipstick, eyeliner, nail polish, etc. has chemistry and all the applications of chemistry. Now we can see some examples for this cosmetics. How chemicals, what are the chemicals used in this cosmetics? Cosmetic products such as toothpaste, shampoo and shower gel are made up of sodium lauryl sulfate or sodium laureth sulfate, and talcum powder is made up of magnesium carbonate and zinc oxide. Creams are made up of zinc oxide. The nail polish we use is made up of titanium dioxide. Lip color, it also has titanium dioxide. Titanium dioxide is also used in sunscreen. What is a sunscreen? It gives protection from sun rays to our skin. The next application is chemistry in clothing. Initially what people wear as cloth? Leaves of some trees, right? Then they started using skin of animal, and next around 3000 BC, China people started using silk that we get from silkworm. The silkworm produces silk, and this silk they used for making dress in the field of clothing. Then at the same time, India started using cotton. So all this leaves, cotton, silk and animal skin, etc. are natural things we are using for clothing. And in order to have some advantages, that is easy dyeability, and in order to make our dress waterproof, etc., man started making synthetic fibers. This synthetic fibers, for example, terylene. Terylene is a synthetic fiber, nylon, etc. Like this, man started making synthetic fibers in the field of clothing to have some advantages like easy dyeability. Dyeability means to apply colors to our dress, they use dyes. It is easy for dyeability when this artificial or synthetic fibers like terylene, nylon are used. So, man started using synthetic fibers and chemicals started its contribution in the field of clothing. Did you understand? Next one is chemistry in medicines. What are medicines? Medicines are chemical substances that used for the treatment, cure and prevention of diseases. We all know that, right? Usually medicines in older days, they are used from plants and animals or prepared from chemicals. Nowadays, many of the medicines are prepared from chemicals. Now we are going to learn some of that medicines. The first one is antibiotics. Antibiotics are chemical compounds that prevent infection caused by microorganisms and work by either inhibiting their growth or by killing them. Example, black pepper is a good natural antibiotic. Antibiotic, if we have some infection by microorganism, this antibiotic will stop its action or it will reduce its action to our body. Example, black pepper is used as natural antibiotic. In chemical antibiotics, penicillin, streptomycin and amoxicillin are used are man-made antibiotics. Generally, antibiotics are taken in the form of pills or injections. Some are externally applied as creams. They were originally obtained from microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi. Now a number of them are manufactured using chemicals. Did you understand? Next one is analgesics. These are the medicines that are used for relieving pain. When we get some pain by some wound or internal damages, if we get some pain, to relieve from pain, analgesics are used. Example, aspirin and paracetamol. Next one is antipyretics. Antipyretics also used to reduce fever. Example, aspirin and paracetamol. Naturally, we can use tulsi for as antipyretics. Next is antiseptics. Antiseptics are medicines that prevent the growth of microorganisms. Like antibiotics reduces the infection caused by microorganisms. This is to prevent the growth of microorganisms. Turmeric and marigold are natural antibiotics. Man-made antibiotics, tincture of iodine is a man-made antibiotic. Next is antihistamines. What are antihistamines? They are used to cure allergic reactions such as rashes and breathlessness. Antihistamines are medicines that prevent or cure allergic reactions such as rashes and breathlessness. Next is antacids. What are antacids? Medicines that gives relief from the excess of acid produced in the stomach. What are the examples? Milk of magnesia, mint leaves are used as anti-acids. Next one is application of chemistry in industry. Under that, we have learned about methane, propane, automobiles, table salt, hydrochloric acid, pesticide, fertilizers, limestone, etc. First one is methane. Methane is a gas at room temperature and the application is compressed natural gas. Then second one, propane is a colorless gas. It is used in LPG, liquid petroleum gas, the gas which we use in our kitchen, right? Next one is application in automobiles and transport. In automobiles and transport, many of the body parts of vehicles has the application of chemistry, and the battery used in the vehicles and the light, everything has chemistry. So in the field of automobiles, how chemistry is used? The fuels used, petrol, diesel, kerosene, etc. for transport is also chemicals. Then the next one is table salt. What is table salt? Table salt is the common salt which we use in the kitchen for cooking. What is it? What is the chemical formula for table salt? NaCl. It is sodium chloride. It is a chemical. Next one is hydrochloric acid. Hydrochloric acid, for what hydrochloric acid is used? HCl is used in laboratories to perform experiments. Next is pesticides. Pesticides are used for external use in some plants and leaves in order to prevent it from the attack of some organisms, microorganisms. Pesticides are sprayed in the plants and animals, flowers, etc. Next one is fertilizers. Fertilizers are used to make the sand fit for cultivating. To energize the sand, some fertilizers are given to the sand or soil to make it fit for the plants to grow and give better outcomes. The next one is, what is the next one? Limestone and marble. Next one is limestone and marble. Limestone is a calcium carbonate, rock of calcium carbonate. It is used in paint, etc. And marble is metaphorized limestone. It is used in flooring. Like tiles it can be used. Example, Agra is made of this white marble. Next one is gypsum and plaster of Paris. Gypsum is made of calcium sulfate. It's a chemical. And plaster of Paris, when we heat gypsum, we get plaster of Paris. This plaster of Paris is used in pottery, etc. Then the next one is cement. The cement is the combination of limestone, gypsum and clay. These three are used in the manufacture of cement. This cement, for what it is used? Cement is used for binding two substances, and it is used in putting concrete along with the sand, water and stone. This cement is added to make concrete. Next one is soaps and detergents. Soaps and detergents, for what we use? We use it to apply it to our body to remove the dirt. It is also applied for clothes to remove the dirt from the cloth, from which the soaps and the detergents are made of potassium or sodium salt of hydrocarbon compounds. Any of the hydrocarbon compounds, from that sodium or potassium salts are taken and this detergents and soaps are made. Next one is plastics. There are two types of plastics, thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. What is thermosetting plastics? Thermosetting plastics means consider the handles of the vessels we use for cooking. It is a plastic. They are made, molded and made that it cannot be remolded. We cannot again melt that plastic and make another thing. But when you see this thermoplastic, the example is PVC and all the plastic materials like mug, dolls we use are thermoplastics. They are, we can remold. Once if it is made as a doll, we can burn and we can take the plastic and we can remold. So it is thermosetting and thermoplastics. The next one is paints, enamels and dyes. This paints is a coloring substance. It is a more thick liquid. It's a chemical. Generally the white cement we use is made of zinc oxide. And enamels are oily liquids. Generally it is organic. It is prepared from plant resins and it is used for painting the pots and the house articles. We use glasses. In this type of painting, this enamel is used. Next one is dyes. Dyes are used for what we use dyes? The dyes are used for coloring dress. In dress we have colors, right? For that dyes are used. Hair dyes are available. Generally, alizarin red and indigo blue are used as dyes. Next, when we get stains or dirt in our cloth, some chemicals, this paint can be removed by using some chemicals. Example, oxalic acid and glycerin. When you use these chemicals, the stains from the cloths can be easily removed. Next one is silicones. Silicones are non-toxic, so it is used in packing tinned foods. Then silicones are made up of silicon and another chemical. Combination of silicon and some chemical is called silicones. Another application of silicones are pans, non-stick pans, etc. Silicones are used for coating. Next is chemistry in defense. In defense also weapons. The weapons used in defense, the vehicles used in defense department, then the bullets used in defense department, and also the explosives, the bombs, etc. are composed of chemical. So in unit 1 we have learned about applications of chemistry in all the fields like food, glass, industry, cement, fertilizers, table salt, many applications we have learned. I hope you are all clear in this topics. So in the next class we will be having a test. Are you clear? Thank you.